The galaxy had watched Earth for a long time, long enough to believe it understood humans. From far away, Earth looked loud but weak. Its people argued with each other. Its nations did not agree. Its ships rarely crossed beyond their own star system. Compared to the great empires of space, Earth felt small and unfinished dot in many alien councils. Earth was spoken of with calm voices and little concern. They called it a young world, a world that had learned to speak loudly before it learned to fight. Traders avoided human space because humans had little to offer. Military powers ignored Earth because it did not threaten anyone. In quiet rooms filled with strange lights and symbols, maps marked Earth as harmless. Humans knew all of this. On Earth, people lived normal lives. Cities grew louder. Screens glowed day and night. News spoke of politics, storms, and markets. Very little was said about space. When it was always about peace, cooperation, and slow progress. To the outside galaxy, it looked like humanity was stuck, unsure of its future. But far from the cities, far from the eyes of the galaxy, another Earth existed deep beneath the oceans. Silent structures moved slowly through dark water. In hollowed asteroids drifting beyond the moon, metal frames took shape. In places with no names, engineers worked without banners or pride. They worked with patience. They worked with fear. They worked because they remembered history. Ji Wu stood inside a control hall carved into an asteroid. The walls were smooth and dark, lit by soft white lines. He wore a simple uniform, no medals, no bright marks. His hair was short, his face calm, but his eyes carried years of waiting. He looked at the large screen before him. On it was a simple image of space, empty to most eyes. To him, it was full of danger. Beside him stood Hana. Her fingers moved across a glass panel, checking numbers and systems. She was younger than Ji Wu, but carried the same quiet focus. She did not smile while she worked. None of them did. They are watching again, Hana said softly. Ji Wu nodded. They always are. Across the room, Dejin leaned against a rail, arms crossed. He was broad and strong, but his voice was careful when he spoke. The outer sensors picked up 3 long scans today. Not close, but curious. Curiosity becomes hunger, Ji Wu said. Hunger becomes action. Su Min entered the hall, carrying a small tablet. She was calm, her steps steady. The council ships changed their routes, she said. They are testing our borders again. No one looked surprised. Humans had learned long ago that silence was safer than pride. They had watched alien wars burn entire systems. They had seen species erased because they showed strength too early. Earth chose another path. Earth chose to wait. That waiting had not been easy. Many people never knew what was being built in the dark. They never knew how much of Earth's wealth and effort was hidden away. Some leaders had argued against it. Some had called it fear. But fear had kept humanity alive before. Fear had taught them to prepare when others laughed. In a distant system, far from Earth, an alien fleet gathered. Their ships were sharp and bright, built to intimidate. They moved in clean lines, proud of their numbers. Their leaders spoke openly, without caution. To them, Earth was a prize, not a threat. A useful world. A lesson to others. The humans will fold, one commander said. They always argue. They will not stand together. Another laughed. Their ships are small. Their weapons outdated. The fleet turned toward human space. Back on Earth, no alarms sounded in the cities. No panic spread through the streets. Only a few people knew the truth, and they did not speak of it in public. Messages moved through secure lines. Codes activated. Old promises were called in. Ji Wu watched the data stream change. They have crossed the line, he said. Hana's fingers paused for a moment, then continued. All systems ready, she replied. Daejin straightened. Outer colonies will feel this first. Yes, Jiwoo said. And they will think we are weak. The first attack came quietly. A human listening station went dark. Then another. Small defense ships were destroyed quickly. Human channels filled with demands. Orders to surrender. Promises of mercy. The galaxy watched closely. Earth did not respond to the alien commanders. This confirmed everything they believed. They pushed deeper. They struck harder. Human defenses fell back, one by one. News reached alien worlds, spreading confidence. The young species was breaking. On Earth, people saw reports of loss and damage. Fear touched their hearts. But still, no one spoke of the truth. No massive fleets appeared. No great speeches were made. Earth stayed quiet in the hidden halls. Jiwoo felt the weight of every life lost. His jaw tightened, but his voice stayed steady. Hold the line, he said. Just as planned. Hana looked at him. They are close to the inner zones. They will stop there, Jiwoo said. They must believe they are winning. Su-min watched signals flow across the screen. Some of their allies are watching too, she said. They are learning. Let them, Daejin said. They need to see this. Time passed slowly. Each hour felt heavier than the last. Then, finally, a signal arrived. The alien fleet sent a final message. Submit or be erased. Jiwoo closed his eyes for a brief moment. When he opened them, there was no doubt left inside. He turned to Hana. Send the message. Hana nodded across space. A single human signal spread outward. It was short, clear. Calm. Earth is not helpless. Nothing else followed. No threats. No demands. In the darkness beyond human space, massive shapes began to move. Halls larger than cities shifted out of shadow. Engines that had never burned at full power awakened. Ancient silence broke as human dreadnoughts turned toward the stars. The galaxy did not see them yet, but it would. The alien fleet moved closer to Earth. Its ships glinted in space, sharp and precise. They assumed Earth's defenses would fall easily. From the outside, the young planet looked unprepared. Messages from alien commanders demanded surrender. They promised protection if humans obeyed, and destruction if they resisted. Earth remained silent. On the hidden stations, Jiwoo watched every movement. The fleet was large, their weapons powerful. Yet he remained calm. Years of preparation had brought this moment. Years of quiet work in shadows. He did not panic. His voice was steady as he spoke to the officers around him. They think we will run. They think we are weak. Hana's hands moved quickly over the control panels, checking numbers and signals. Their first strike teams are within range. Outer colonies will feel the pressure soon. Let them, Daejin said, leaning against the railing. Let them feel confident. That is part of the plan. Su-min joined them, tablet in hand. Our spy satellites show confusion in their ranks. Some of their scouts are questioning orders. They are unsure. Jiwoo nodded. Good. Keep it that way. The first targets were far from the main planets. Remote mining colonies and communication outposts went dark. Small human defense units were destroyed, carefully, leaving no survivors to warn the others. It was brutal and precise, but it looked like weakness. The aliens celebrated their first victories, confident that Earth would soon surrender. Meanwhile, back on the colonies, human leaders and civilians faced the attacks with fear. Messages came asking for guidance. Jiwoo knew every loss, every panic, but he could not respond. Not yet. It was part of the strategy. The galaxy must believe humanity was helpless. Hana worked silently, running simulations, and adjusting controls. "They are testing us," she said. "Every strike is meant to learn our limits. We will give them lessons they cannot imagine." Ji Woo replied, "Ships that seemed small and weak hid technologies the galaxy had never seen." Energy shields flickered invisibly, sensors adjusted instantly, and weapons could strike farther than any enemy expected. But none of this was revealed yet. Every success remained a secret. Every human victory was invisible. The alien fleet grew bolder. They entered human-controlled sectors, sending messages demanding immediate surrender. Every communication was polite in words, but sharp in tone. Submit, or be destroyed. Earth's public channels remained empty. People on city surfaces continued their daily lives, unaware of the full scale of danger. Screens in homes showed minor news of space alerts, but the truth was hidden. Only the command centers, hidden deep under oceans or on asteroids, knew the full story. Ji Woo gathered his officers. "We have the advantage, but it is delicate. One wrong move, and they will see us too soon." Dae Jin nodded. "The outer colonies are under fire. Some civilians know of the attacks, but they cannot see the full fleet. It is confusing for them. Fear grows, and that is necessary." Hana's fingers flew over the panels. "We have prepared decoys, false signals. They will think our weapons are failing. Their scouts already report weak defenses." Su Min looked at the maps on her tablet. "Some alien allies are questioning the fleet. Rumors of human strength are spreading." "Let the rumors grow," Ji Woo said. "We control what they see." In the dark corridors of hidden stations, humans moved with calm determination. Engineers adjusted weapons, repaired small ships, and checked supplies. Every person knew their role. Fear existed, yes, but it was mixed with purpose. Every life was valued, and every action mattered. Meanwhile, alien commanders grew impatient. They sent faster ships, more aggressive attacks. They believed the humans would crack under pressure. And, to their eyes, humanity seemed to do nothing. Defenses fell slowly. Colonies were destroyed. Earth appeared helpless. The command halls of the alien fleet filled with confidence. "It is working. The humans are weak," one commander said. "Soon we will take control of the inner colonies. Their planet will belong to us." Another spoke. "Their fleets are small, their weapons untested. We are too powerful to fail." Ji Woo and his officers watched and waited. The attacks were part of the plan. Humanity would not surrender. Humanity would strike at the perfect moment. In secret hangars, massive ships began to prepare. Their hulls gleamed under lights that only humans saw. These were the Dreadnoughts, the weapons of silence. Ji Woo walked among them, feeling the weight of history. "Soon," he whispered, "the galaxy will learn the truth." Hana checked systems repeatedly. "The outer fleet can be disabled in minutes if we need." But we wait for their overconfidence. Dae Jin ran simulations of the attacks. They do not see the trap. They are blinded by fear of easy victory. Su Min updated communication channels, ready to coordinate the final orders. "Once we act, we will strike all at once. They will not understand." Across human space, panic spread slowly. Civilians worried. Leaders begged for help. Signals from destroyed colonies told stories of fire and loss. But humanity's main fleet remained invisible, silent, waiting. And then the final warning arrived from the aliens. "Submit or be erased." The words were cold and final. They expected the humans to respond in fear. Ji Woo stared at the message. "Send our reply?" he said. Hana looked up. "Are you sure?" "Yes. It is time to break the silence," Ji Woo replied. Across the stars, a human message shot outward. It was short, simple, and clear. Earth is not helpless. Silence fell for a moment. No one moved. No signals returned immediately. The aliens stared at their screens, confused. They could not understand. One commander repeated the message aloud. "What does this mean?" Another shook its head. "They are bluffing. It cannot be true." From hidden stations, Ji Woo and his officers watched. Massive human dreadnoughts began to move from the shadows. Engines flared, casting long light into the void. Weapons were ready, and shields shone invisibly. The first ships left their hiding places, unseen until now. The galaxy would soon see. Humanity was not weak. Humanity had been waiting, and the moment of surprise was coming. The hidden human dreadnoughts moved through space with quiet power. They had been unseen for decades, waiting for the moment to act. Massive shapes filled the darkness, larger than any alien ship could imagine. Their hulls reflected nothing. Shields glimmered faintly, and their engines were silent until now. Ji Woo stood on the command bridge of the lead ship, calm as always. Watching the stars, Hana ran her hands over the controls, checking every system. All systems are ready. Sensors show the alien fleet is unaware of our presence. Dae-jin walked along the deck, examining the crew. Everyone moved with precision, knowing their roles. Fear existed, yes, but it was tempered by preparation. "They will not know what hit them," he said quietly. Sumin monitored communications. "Some of their scouts are reporting unusual readings. They suspect something, but they cannot locate us." Ji Woo nodded. "Good. Let them wonder. Confusion is part of victory." The alien fleet had been attacking outer colonies, believing humans were weak. Their scouts reported success. Reports of destroyed stations and fallen defenses reached their command halls. Alien officers spoke with pride, thinking Earth was crumbling. "Their ships are small. Their weapons are weak. We only need to push a little further," said one commander. "Soon their surrender will be complete." But the humans had been patient. They had studied every enemy tactic, predicted every movement, and prepared responses for every attack. Now, with the final warning given and their secret revealed, they struck. The first dreadnought raised its main cannons and fired. The beam was silent and fast, hitting an alien flagship before anyone could react. The enemy ship's shields flickered and failed. Systems overloaded. It was not destroyed, but crippled, a warning to the others. Chaos spread in the alien fleet. "What is happening?" shouted one alien commander. "Their ships appear from nowhere." "They cannot be," another said. "They were supposed to be hiding." P. Woo watched the screens, a faint smile on his face. "They are learning." Too late. Gurren. Hana switched to offensive coordinates. Weapons calibrated for precision strikes. Ready to disable the rest of their fleet in sequence. Dae-jin gave the order. "Engage, but restraint is key. Show them we can destroy their weapons, not their people." The human fleet moved with synchronized precision. Beam after beam targeted weapons, engines, and command centers. Alien ships could not track them. Their sensors failed. Every move the aliens tried to counter was anticipated. Panic replaced pride. Sumin's voice cut through the bridge. "Scouts are reporting alien ships retreating. Some are turning back. Confusion is spreading." Ji Woo nodded. "They thought we were weak. Now they see the truth." For the first time, humans outside the hidden fleet saw glimpses of the dreadnoughts. Small vessels in orbital stations transmitted images to colonies. Panic mixed with awe. Massive ships, larger than cities, moved with purpose. Weapons glowed faintly, engines fired with silent power, shields shimmered. On the alien flagship, alarms blared. "We are under attack by ships larger than we imagined." "They were hiding all this time?" An officer yelled, "Yes." Another replied, "We underestimated them." In the human command halls, there was no celebration, only focus. Every strike was calculated. Every move was precise. Lives were protected. Collateral damage was minimized. Humanity fought with discipline, showing strength without unnecessary cruelty. Daejin gave careful orders. Target weapons, engines, command systems. No civilian areas. Make them understand we are strong, not merciless. The alien fleet's formation collapsed. Ships collided in panic. Some tried to escape, only to find dreadnoughts waiting in perfect positions. Humanity controlled the battlefield without chaos. Hana monitored shields and beams. They cannot hit us. Their weapons are useless against our defenses. Ji Woo looked at the stars and thought of Earth, of all the people who had worked in silence, who had waited for decades. Now they were proving that preparation, patience, and unity mattered. The galaxy would no longer underestimate humanity. From hidden colonies, smaller human ships moved in to support. They were fast, precise, and deadly. Every alien strike was countered before it could cause real harm. The fleet's movements were like a dance, fluid and unstoppable. Su Ming coordinated communications with all ships. They are receiving reports from each other. Confusion is spreading among their commanders. Morale is dropping. Ji Woo nodded. Let them learn that strength can be quiet, patience can be deadly, and silence is never weakness. The battle continued, but the outcome was clear. Alien forces were disabled, not destroyed, learning humility for the first time in centuries. Ships limped back to distant systems, carrying warnings to their empires. The galaxy would remember this day. Human dreadnoughts moved back to hidden stations, disappearing as quickly as they appeared. Silence returned, but it was no longer a sign of weakness. It was a warning, and somewhere, in distant corners of space, alien leaders whispered. Earth had been underestimated. Humanity had been judged wrongly. The quiet world was now a force that no one could ignore. The alien fleet had retreated, but Earth did not celebrate. Silence filled the human command centers. The dreadnoughts had shown their strength, but the war was not over. Ji Woo studied the data from the recent engagement. Systems damaged, alien ships disabled, but no civilians harmed. Humanity had sent a message, not of hatred, but of restraint. Hana moved across the bridge, her eyes scanning the screens. Their scouts are reporting back to their own systems. Confusion is high. Many cannot understand what happened. Daejin leaned against a console. They expected humans to fight like other species. They did not see our way. We do not destroy for pride. We strike to protect. Su Min checked communications between fleets. Messages from outer colonies are coming in. People are safe. They are surprised, yes, but no one has panicked completely. Discipline held. Ji Woo nodded. Good, that is the human way. Strength is not cruelty. Power is not fear. We fight to survive, not to conquer. Meanwhile, alien leaders argued over their mistakes. They had expected weak targets, easy victories. Now, their fleets were shattered, their pride broken. Messages of retreat and confusion spread among their allies. Earth was no longer a minor species. It was a force. The aliens did not understand the human method. They measured strength by aggression, by destruction, by quick victory. Humans measured it differently. Patience, unity, preparation, and restraint were weapons the galaxy had ignored. Back on Earth, hidden stations worked to repair the dreadnoughts and fleets. Every crew member knew their role. Engineers adjusted shields, repaired minor hull damage, and recalibrated weapons. Every action was precise. Every life mattered. Fear was acknowledged but controlled. Humanity had learned long ago that reckless fighting destroyed more than it saved. Hana spoke to Ji Woo. Our scouts report the aliens are trying to rebuild their fleets. They are hesitant, unsure of what Earth can do next. They will never fully understand us, Ji Woo said. They cannot measure patience, strategy, and restraint as strength. Dae-jin added, it is a lesson they needed to learn. We gave them a warning, not a curse. The human fleets remained mostly in hiding. Only small patrols were visible to the galaxy. Yet the presence of dreadnoughts, even unseen, changed the balance. Messages of respect, not fear, began to spread. Some alien species reached out, seeking contact and understanding rather than war. They had heard of Earth's power, and they wished to survive in peace. Su-Min coordinated communications with these distant species. They are asking for treaties. They want assurances that we do not strike without cause. Ji Woo nodded. We will give them rules. Safety for those who respect others. Strength to protect our people. That is all. The alien fleets rebuilt slowly, but the memory of Earth's quiet power remained. Commanders who had laughed at humans now whispered their names with caution. The galaxy began to question its old assumptions. A quiet world had become a measured storm, powerful and disciplined dot in the human command halls. There was pride, but not arrogance. Every crew member, every officer, every scientist understood the responsibility they carried. Strength without discipline was dangerous. Power without purpose was meaningless. Humanity had shown the galaxy that it could be strong, but only for the right reasons. Hana looked at the stars beyond the viewports. Do you think they will come back? Ji Woo remained calm. Perhaps. But next time, they will think twice. They know we are patient. They know we are prepared. And they know that humanity fights differently. Dae-jin added, it is a new way of war. Not many species can understand it. Su-min smiled slightly. They will spread the story. Earth is no longer silent. We will be watched, yes, but with respect. The dreadnoughts returned to hidden stations, disappearing into the shadows of the solar system. Silence returned, but it was not the same as before. The galaxy understood that silence did not mean weakness. Humanity had proven that strength could be quiet, patient, and disciplined. And somewhere in distant councils, alien leaders whispered. The quiet world was no longer to be underestimated. Humanity had taught a lesson not by destruction, but by measured, controlled power, and the galaxy would never forget it. The alien fleet had withdrawn, and quiet returned to the stars surrounding Earth. The dreadnoughts and human fleets returned to hidden stations. For the first time, humanity could breathe, but the work was not over. Ji Woo watched the stars from the command bridge of the lead dreadnought. The galaxy had seen the power of humans, but now they needed to understand the rules of coexistence. Hana adjusted the communication systems. Reports from distant systems are coming in. Some want to establish formal contact. They are cautious but willing to discuss peace. Dae-jin stood beside her. They respect us now. Fear teaches respect, but discipline teaches trust. We have both. Su-min monitored the messages. Many alien species are offering alliances. They want to ensure safety for their people and trade. They are asking for treaties, not war. Ji Woo nodded. We will give them guidance. We will teach them the human way. Strength is for protection, not destruction. Earth itself remained quiet on the surface. Cities bustled with everyday life. People did not know the full story of what had occurred in the depths of space. Yet humanity had changed. People had learned patience, unity, and preparation. The fleets and dreadnoughts were ready to respond at any time, but their power was measured. Humanity had shown that silence and restraint could be more powerful than aggression. In distant star systems, alien leaders held councils. They discussed what had happened. They had expected an easy victory, but Earth had surprised them. Ships larger than entire fleets had appeared from nowhere. Weapons that could destroy any target were controlled, not abused. Civilians were spared. The aliens began to realize that humans fought differently. They did not fight for conquest. They fought for survival and protection. Reports spread quickly across the galaxy. Other species warned each other about humanity. Traders, diplomats, and explorers learned to approach Earth with caution and respect. The young planet that had been underestimated was now recognized as a power that could not be ignored. Back on the hidden stations, Ji Woo gathered his officers. "Our message has been sent," he said. "Not with weapons alone, but with our actions and restraint. The galaxy knows the truth about humanity." Hannah smiled slightly. "They will remember. They cannot unsee what we have done." Daejin added, "Our fleets are hidden, our power quiet, but it is understood. They know we are patient, prepared, and disciplined. That is more than most species can handle." Su Min checked the communication networks. "They are requesting protocols for safe travel and trade. They want peace, but they want to respect our borders." Ji Woo nodded. "We will provide it. We will protect our people and our worlds. And we will allow those who respect others to coexist. That is the human way." In the months that followed, treaties were signed. Trade routes opened cautiously. Alliances formed with species who understood the value of restraint and preparation. Alien fleets no longer moved carelessly near Earth. The planet had established a new position in the galaxy. No longer underestimated, humans were now respected. On the surface, life continued. Earth remained quiet, but its people had grown stronger. The Dreadnoughts returned to hidden places, their presence a silent warning to anyone who might underestimate humanity again. Engineers, scientists, and officers continued their work, improving defenses, preparing for threats, and maintaining discipline. Every person knew that patience was a weapon, and preparation was power. Hana looked at Ji Woo one day. "Do you think they will ever fully understand us?" Ji Woo shook his head slightly. "Some will. Others will never try. But they will all remember that Earth is not weak. Our silence was never weakness. It was our strength." Daejin added, "We have shown them the human way. They may not like it, but they cannot ignore it." Su Min smiled. "And we will continue to grow, quietly, patiently, and with discipline. The galaxy has learned to respect us. From hidden stations and secret fleets, humanity watched the stars. The galaxy had believed Earth was helpless. They had been wrong. The Dreadnoughts had broken the silence, but humanity's message was clear. Strength was measured not by fear or destruction, but by patience, unity, and restraint. The quiet world had proven its power, and the galaxy would never underestimate humans again.